All right. Well, good evening, all. Long time no see. Hope everybody's doing well, and Merry Christmas early for you all. See who's in the house tonight. First, audio check. Let me know how I'm coming in. One channel, two channels, too loud, too soft. What do we got? Oh, Dan is going to miss it. Sorry, Dan. Maybe next time around. Chip, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Stevie got in before his wife's put on something he didn't want to watch, apparently. I'll stay out of that. I don't want to get in trouble. Fran, you're in, man. Nathan is in. Hit that line button. Line? The cocaine line? No, we're not going to do that. All right, catching up to current here. Serenity Kitty, good evening. Nathan, Fran, KTM Racer, how are you? Gus is in the house. How's it going, Gus? Let me get down to the bottom of the comments here and see if I'm getting audio checks. Nobody yet. Okay, yeah, Dwayne saying sounds good. Serenity, good. Good. All right, excellent. So, hey, Kevin's in too. John Cherokee, the usual crew. Mr. Somebody, how are you, sir? Kelvin, hey, Kelvin, how's it going, buddy? We never did meet up while I still had my Riker. Another story for another day. What do we got? Terry. Good to have you in, Terry. Live. Seeing here. Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Or I won't assume here. I believe it's sir, judging by the picture. Terry, yes. Okay. Excellent. All right. Creepy is in. Just was in. Dave Straight is in. How are you, sir? I got your package. Thank you. The delivery, I should say. Okay. Christopher Trout is in. I am just trying to catch up with everybody here. So I don't have any big agenda tonight. I just wanted to say howdy to everybody. I've been kind of a hole in the water for a while since the motorcycle accident back in mid-October. I've been posting a few videos here and there and trying to stay motivated, let's say. Trying to figure out the right wording for that. It's been a little tough. My hobby got ripped away from me. My mobility got ripped away, and it's been an interesting couple of months, I'll tell you that. Fran, the Riker, did find a new home. In fact, I sold that, and then the very next day is when I went to pick up the Hunter 350. So it wasn't contingent upon the Riker sale, but that accelerated things. Steven, Merry Christmas. I'm doing a little better, yeah. Trying to get back to full mobility. I'm pretty close. I don't take too much of the pain medications or any of that stuff. Muscle relaxers, any of that. I try to stay away from all that as much as possible, but in extreme circumstances, when my back or my neck are really acting up, then I'll take one to sleep or something like that. But getting back to almost full mobility again, but I'm not riding yet. All right, so who did I miss? If I missed anybody, I apologize. I'm going back through the list here. A lot of stuff going on. Joe on Facebook, good evening. Yeah, feeling a little better. I can walk up and down stairs now and get around in general fashion without wincing and cursing in pain. All right, what else do we have? Jesse, Merry Christmas. So I'll have a couple of giveaways tonight. I'll follow my usual format, which is about 15 minutes in, I'll throw up a keyword on the screen, and we'll start with some little giveaways just to keep things interesting. And then depending on how long it goes, I might have second or third. I've got a little pile of swag over here in the corner that I'm not going to show you until we're ready. And a toy. So what else is going on out there in your world, everyone? Plans for the holidays? Throw your plans in. What are you doing? Are you traveling? Are you staying home? Family coming in town? Flying solo? What are you doing? We're sticking around, Katie. We're not traveling anywhere. We're not doing anything fancy this season. Just taking it easy. Eating Chinese food. That's your Christmas gift? Problem with that is you need more, like right away. It's not very filling. Brian. Hey, yeah. I've been trying to get a live stream queued up for the last several weeks, but one thing or another has been tying me up. You know, I'm just not able to do the live stream. I was tentatively thinking about releasing a couple of my latest Cannonball videos as premieres and then segue right into a Saturday Night Live. But those are fairly long videos, you know, hour plus, and I don't know how many people want to sit through that, and you can't really fast forward through them during a premiere. You got to wait until they're done to be able to scrub forward and back. So I just decided, you know, release those and chat with people. It's easier. Okay, comments just flew in. What do we got? Dr. Dread, this is the most exciting thing. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing time with me. I appreciate it. Dave Straight might go to the coast. Okay, so Dave, your card came from Thailand. WTF, yo. What was that? What do we got? Oh, Dwayne, can't get around without pain. Yeah, well, yeah, that's happening to us all slower, you know, for some than others. But arthritis isn't really my issue as much as it's the joint strain and ligament stress and all that. I'll go into the accident injuries and all that later, but I don't want to drag all of us down into the mud right now. What do we got? Waiting for 24 Rebel. Cool. Awesome. So which Rebel are you going to get, Jesse? Are you after the 500, the 1100? What are you after? Ooh, Christopher, where are you? 50s? That's good. It's been pretty warm down here in Houston area, but we had a kind of dreary, drizzly day today. If I had a bike that I could ride right now and wouldn't tear up my back, I would have been out riding. Oh, Kevin says he goes to the right places. They fill you up, huh, Kev? All right. Mike is having surgery, kidney stones. Ew. So they can't do ultrasound for that. That sucks. So they actually have to do laparoscopic, or what's it going to be, Mike? Just staring at the garage, staring at the scooter. Well, I've been doing that, and it's not even winter here. I'm just staring at them, and I can't ride them. Oh, that's a lie. I've ridden the Navi around a few times, just like around the neighborhood to go get the mail or go to the store or something like that, but not really any distance or anything like that. And I don't want to get out on the bigger bikes and hit the big potholes and, you know, wonderful Houston roads out here and mess up my back. Patrick, day trip to Austin. Nice. Excellent. Fran is staying local, volunteering Monday morning. 2,700 meals to the needy. Nice. Congratulations, sir. Good work. That's awesome. So local food kitchen, or what's the charity? Yeah, Sonic Blast. That's what I was thinking was ultrasound. One with soft sand on GS. Watching one with soft sand on Cannonball. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a fun one. I was lucky to keep it up. I almost ate it twice in that sand. I think the unofficial number was 18 scoots went down in that, and a couple people got hurt. I don't know how serious the injuries were. Probably, you know, strains, you know, wrists, ankles, that sort of thing. But it wouldn't be too hard to break an arm or a collarbone or something in that. It was baby powder, man. We used to call that stuff instant gravy mix because as soon as it gets wet, puddle of gravy. Okay, yeah, so still have to go in and do some surgery. Man, sorry to hear that. Hope the recovery goes well. Beach Girl, hey, how's it going? Long time no see, no here. Jesse, look at the eliminator, Kevin is saying. Dave, okay, on holiday. Ah, nice, nice. Yeah, it showed up. I got it in the mail. Yeah, I saw the Thailand post on there. I'm like, who do I know in Thailand? All right, DCT. Jesse's going after the DCT. Cool. Yeah, those are good. I won't start a rant, but I have been seeing some weird stuff on Facebook about the DCT 1100s having failures, and Honda doesn't want to cover it because it's the clutch, and the clutch is a wear item or something like that. I don't know what all that's about, but if you've got an extended warranty, or if it's still within the first 12 months, I would hope and assume that Honda steps up to fix that, because there's no burning the clutch or dumping the clutch with a DCT. The computer takes care of all that. So if there's a problem, it's the computer. Ohio. Well, that's pretty far north. I figured it would be colder up there. Trading a Road Glide. Okay, cool. Pretty waiting for it to get sweet. What color? CT126. Yes, I saw the release about that. I don't know if it's coming to the US, but I did see that little, they're calling it a utility bike or a trail bike or something. It's a spitting image of the CT125. Wall picked up a 250 Rally with 206 miles. That's cheap. Or I should ask how cheap, but that's low miles. That's awesome. Somebody didn't even ride that thing. It's like a tank of gas, tank and a half. Raining, only dry day for a week. Well, nothing falling out of the sky, but the ground's still going to be wet. KTM getting a 500 Rebel. Cool. What year? New, used? You getting the sporty one with the little fairing or the cowl on the front of it, or what? Ugh, Mike. Sorry to hear it, buddy. I don't think I've ever had kidney stones, and I don't think I want them. It's not on my bucket list. George, good question. Stable in the tank on the Cub? Sure. How long are you going to let it sit? If it's just over the winter, probably not really necessary. Kind of the normal rule for cars or bikes is you want to store them long term with a full tank. Don't have a partial tank or low tank, because the more air volume there is in the tank, then you've got more opportunity for condensation to corrupt the fuel. So full tank of gas, if it's a couple months, you should be fine because it's fuel injected. Anything longer than that, yeah, I'd put stable in there. It's just a preventative measure, and it's cheap. Oh man, Dave, yeah, that's a good question. I'm getting late on the comments here. I got to speed up. Kevin can answer that one. But basically, he was my cameraman. He was holding my phone, and he was walking backwards. And there was a podium with a bike sitting on it, and he just barely clipped it with his foot, and it knocked him off balance, and he fell backwards, and he put his hand down to break his fall. He protected the phone or the camera. Pro cameraman there, saved the gear. But he cracked his, I think it was his left wrist, separated some bone in there. Sucked. Dirt Rider's in. Hey, buddy. Man, you've been putting out a lot of cool bike videos lately. How'd you like that XR150? Johnny Powell. Yeah. I hadn't seen Johnny Powell's video yet. I need to go look for that. But a lot of people went down. It was super deep and super soft. Tyler on his ADV 150, and if you watch that one part of the video, he was just roosting. You know, he had sunk his bike almost all the way up to the CVT housing. It was deep. If you hit that going fast, you just woo, game over. Oh yeah, there he is. He's answering. Okay, so trying to catch up. Wait, what? Hey, how's it going? I remember you back from the Navi giveaway days. He probably could have sued the dealership, but that wouldn't have been nice. Good evening. How are you? Trying to catch up. Silver color. Awesome. So that new silver metallic. Mine is that gunmetal gray. They called it black, but it's not black. It's a kind of a medium grayish black metal flake. Looks great in the sun. Okay. Fran, working IT local mission, 20 plus Goodwill stores. Nice. 200 homeless shelters. Wow. Good deal. I was looking at the eliminators. Yeah. I still might get one, but I've already got a cruiser, so I don't need another cruiser yet. Okay, trying to catch up. Blue 23. Fully 23. Oh, on the Rebel, yeah. Beach Girl. Question about the 21 Cub. And I'm running late on starting my first drawing. We'll answer a couple more questions here, and I'll kick off the drawing. The valve needs to be adjusted, checked, have over 10,000 miles. Yes. Yes, if you haven't done your valve adjustment, you're way overdue. It should have been done at 4,000. Actually, it should have been done at 600 miles. Yeah, 600. And then again at every 4,000 miles. So it's not hard. No, you don't even need to pull the plastics off or anything like the service manual says. You can just get in right on the top of the motor, right behind the front fender. You can reach in there. You just take those little tappet covers off and shove some feeler gauges in there. Super easy. Takes like maybe 10 minutes round trip on both intake and exhaust after you've done it a couple times. James Henry, that's interesting. I have not. But, I mean, Tesla has kind of been pushing the envelope on that. They've been trying to go around all the dealer stuff, and they've been selling direct since day one, but they've been fighting a lot of opposition. I don't know how it would work in the service realm. They're going to have to revamp all their service infrastructure to be able to do that, because the dealers are going to get cut out of the game for all the meat that they've been tacking on to everybody for so many decades. And that's really how they stay in business, because there's not a lot of markup on everything else, and the volume of sales on motorcycles is pretty thin. So great for the money. Price 1,000 higher wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, I agree. I've ridden it a few times, and I was really considering getting one before I got the Hunter, but I realized that I've already got the XT250, and that bike is not any better in any way than the XT. You know, the XT is more bike, but it'll be an interesting comparison to put both side by side and run them through the same tests. Whoops. Alan, I'm doing okay. I'm doing a little better. I'm back to general mobility. I've got, you know, most of my faculties back. Still dealing with a lot of shoulder issues and lower back issues. So I'll go into that in a few minutes. Hey, my sister's in. Lisa, what's up? I am late, 2 minutes on my drawing, so let's look at what's going to be given away today. More Cannonball swag, why not? And then the second drawing will be something else. So today, somebody's going to get my last Cannonball head bottle opener. Cool little bottle opener. And of course a couple of stickers. You know, you got, we'll throw in a small, a medium, and a large, so it'll be a trio pack. So, get this out of the way so I don't lose anything. Clank. And now, get the right window in place, and we will start the drawing for tonight. Yeah, Jesse, you got that right. Cool. All right, so here we go on the drawing. Name of the game is, you have to type in the hashtag # and whatever the words are exactly as they're shown on the screen. You don't need to worry about capitalization, but you can't have any spaces or anything like that. If you mistype it, you can enter it again. You can type it in as many times as you want, but you're only counted once. So don't spam up the chat window if you don't really need to. So here is the word for the night, at least the first one. And there we go. I'll leave the timer up there for about 3 minutes, and the lucky winner that types in hashtag scooter swag and wins the draw will get some little Cannonball goodies. So while that's going, we can chat about other stuff, and I can continue going through comments. What do we got? Okay, night, babe. My wife is turning in for the night. Wintertime, when it's cold, she has 0 stamina. Okay, what do we got? Peter from Newfoundland. Nice. Thanks for the well wishes. How's the weather over there in Newfoundland? Is it freezing cold yet? Hey, Sean Smoke, I'm presuming you're asking. Got a classic 350. Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed my Hunter. I liked it a lot. It wasn't fast. It wasn't anything fancy. It absolutely had bland vanilla appeal of the best kind, in my opinion. Not overly powerful, not overly heavy, not overly anything. It was just right down the middle of the road and very, very simple. Great machine. Looking through all the entries. We got 25 of you in there. Let's see. Move that to top left. Yeah, I need to move some stuff around. Move what to top left? Let's see. I need to rearrange all these layouts. I've been using this since the Navi giveaway days, and it's a little aged. I need to come up with some fancy layouts, but I'm not all that fancy. Mike, once it gets cold, you hibernate. Yeah, my wife is that way. If it's below about 60 degrees, she just curls up in a blanket, and that's it. Corey, why did I choose a Rebel 1100? Good question. I have big and small. Most of the stuff that I put on the YouTube channel and my commuting and everything, I prefer to do small bore bikes, whether it's scooters or motorcycles or whatever. But I do have big bikes, and I've owned, can't even count how many dozens of liter bikes and beyond over the decades. I just have kind of given up on the stupid, crazy, go fast. I've got to do 100 miles an hour with my hair on fire everywhere kind of attitude. It's not my thing anymore. Quasi, okay. You have a Hunter 350 with stock Seat tires, and they're crap tires. We can just respell that, C-R-A-P instead of C-E-A-T. What do you think of those tires? They are garbage. Should replace them. I didn't have any real problems as far as safety or performance with those Seats, but I didn't ride with them in the rain more than just a couple times. They didn't have great wet grip. I felt them slip around a bit on manhole covers and things like that I didn't like. And they had a terrible propensity for tracking the rain grooves on our Houston concrete freeways here. So when I put the Road 6 on the front, immediately the bike handled better. It didn't track those grooves. It was night and day. So if you got the money and you don't mind replacing those Seats right away, then just get rid of them. They're cheap. BSA, yeah, I hear they're going to be bringing those back to the US. I don't know. We'll see. Right, what do we got? We're running down about 30 seconds. We've got 27 entries. If you haven't typed in hashtag scooter swag in the chat, go ahead and do that. And get in on the drawing for the little trio. It's going to be the bottle opener and a couple of Cannonball Run 23 stickers. And then a little later, we'll do a drawing for something more fun. I'll answer that one in a minute, Fran. We're just about down on the window here. And that's the game. 29. Somebody snuck in just under the wire. 30. Oh. Somebody cheated and got in just at the last second before I could hit draw. Who gets it? Who gets it? Who gets it? Jesse gets it. All right. Congrats, Jesse. So shoot me an email at QuasiMotard@gmail.com with your mailing address, shipping address, whatever, and I'll get that out to you early part of next week. Don't count on it showing up immediately because, holiday shipping times are crazy, I'm sure. Okay, So back to the chat window. And back to me. Oh, goody. Okay, so now Kevin was saying I need to move windows around. I'll do that in a minute. Maybe for the next draw. Okay, so Fran was asking. Pre-accident video had a 300 camera almost fall off the bike, ended up putting it in my pocket. That's a great question, and I was afraid that thing got nuked when I went down. But it was just my shoulders and my hips and every part of me that got nuked. That camera actually survived and didn't even take any lens damage or anything. I had put it in the pocket. In fact, here's the jacket. Figured I'd have a few questions on the accident tonight. So here's the jacket. Lighting is not the best, but yeah, that's one of the shoulders. The right shoulder. Left shoulder is a little less mangulated, but rubbed through. Can't quite get the lighting right. Anyway, I put it in this front left pocket of that camera and zipped it up. It survived the tumble and the slide and everything else, and I managed to get it out of the jacket when I got home, and surprised that it made it as far as it did. But what I found interesting was the friction burn melted the nylon on this jacket. See that? That was just friction on the pavement, melted the nylon. Crazy. And then, of course, here's the Shoei Neotech 2 that took a serious beating. Face grind on the pavement, broke the visor, broke the mount over here on the left side. My Cardo, surprisingly, didn't even take a scratch, and it stayed attached through that whole banging. So, yeah, pretty impressive. So, anyhow, my Ulanzi mount and all the other stuff on the front here for my camera, I got wonked pretty good. Got to buy all new stuff. Never want to use a helmet again after it's been beat up. Okay, where is we? I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, come back up. I'm sure I missed a bunch. Mr. Somebody, I'll answer yours first and go backwards. That is a field shear. Motomorph was the model number, and they don't make it anymore, I don't think, but if I can figure it out. Field shear, there it is. So it was a pretty good jacket, and this was actually my 21 Cannonball jacket, so this thing went around the country with me. Adrian got an identical one. I found this over at Cycle Gear for a good deal, and I told Adrian about it. They were clearing them out, and he went, "Oh, great, I need a jacket," and he got it like the day before we left on Cannonball. Good stuff. What happened with the road rage idiot? I don't know. I haven't heard anything else yet. I know that he was arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and the Houston District Attorney was seeking to upgrade the charge to second-degree attempted murder. So I don't know if that happened or not. I'm staying out of that. The whole punitive phase, I don't want to be involved in that at any juncture unless they need my, my affidavits, or, if they need me to show up for a jury trial, whatever it is. Don't know. All I know is the bills are mounting and I haven't seen a dime. It sucks. Gear is so important, yes. And every time I see a Harley rider go by, hair flapping in the wind or just a do-rag on their head or whatever, I just keep thinking, man, you're going to lose half of that face, or all of it if you go down. Got in late. Hey, Joseph. I'm doing better. I'm back to mobility. I didn't go into the injuries much. There was a full write-up on my lower back and my spine and everything. 3 discs were slipped in my back, deviations of anywhere from 6 to 9 millimeters per disc. And my neck at, C3-4, was stressed out, and I had a 4 millimeter bulge there for quite a while. So my arms were going numb. I couldn't feel anything in my hands. It was pretty bad. But finally, that's calming down now. The big issues that I'm still dealing with are the lower back, and I have my rotator cuffs on both shoulders are torn a little bit. You got 4 ligaments on your rotator cuffs. I've got a 20% and 30% tear on these two here. And on this one, I've got a 30% tear just in one. So surprisingly, that's the left side is where I went down, and I thought I would have had more damage on that side, but this one was the one that fared worse. So it hurts to move my arms around much or have them out in front of me for very long. Okay, gonna catch up, go backwards. You got to quit putting them in the dryer. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I mean, Shui could probably analyze the impacts on this one. It could be a good case study. Yes. Small bore. Yeah, buddy. I grew up racing all flavors of everything, you know, motorcycles, karts, cars, you name it. And I've actually sheared off the chin bar of off-road and road race helmets a couple times. So if I hadn't had that, then I wouldn't have the chin. So, yeah. Nathan, hey, good question. I haven't really decided. It's probably going to be the Neotech 3 when that finally makes it to the States. I know that Gus on the Rebel 11 on here already has one. I think he got it from Japan or something like that. So I'll probably get either another Neotech 2, Neotech 3, or potentially the new Schuberth 5. So we'll see. Trying to catch it for anybody that I lost. Try only one in the drawing, you'd lose. That's all right, Glenn. You'll win one of these. You're local. I'll just give you a sticker one of these days. All right. Anybody? Okay, so back to the end. Daniel, reach out to the DA victims liaisons. Yes. They've reached out to me a couple times, and they're waiting for my victims impact statement. I haven't filled that out yet because I hate dwelling on stuff, but they're asking about, you know, it's a huge, like, 4-page questionnaire, essay style, and I just haven't filled it out yet. But it goes into, you know, impact of lifestyle and everything else. Lost wages, you name it. Yeah, definitely. Doesn't fit your head. Yeah, and that's helmet shapes are very specific for different people. You've got to find the right oval. Some people are more of a round head shape. Other people are more oval. I'm an intermediate to long oval. I've got an oblong melon. So the Schuberth was actually a little tight on my forehead. The Shoei's, both the Air GT and the Neotech, fit me perfectly. What I don't like about the Shoei's is they're a little bit noisy. They've got a lot of wind noise and whistle that I was very annoyed at, you know, $850 helmet. You would figure it would be very quiet. My Schuberth was amazingly quiet. It just didn't fit me as well. Kevin is a bell-shaped. Bell-shaped head? MRI yesterday. Whoops. Got the wrong one. There we go. L5, retired Army paratrooper. Oh, man. Yep. It's no fun, man. Yeah, I've got L4, 5, 6 are screwed up on me, and they're getting better over time, but it's not fun. I get sciatica real bad down my left side, and where I went down on my left hip, I've got a deep bone bruise. I still have a goose egg on my left butt cheek, just above my hip bone. It feels like I got half a softball under my skin, and it's not going away, and it's been 2 months. It's driving me nuts. Where am I going? It wasn't my sister that hit me in the head with a brick. No. No, it was a kid that I was playing at a house that was under construction when I was 7 years old. Dropped a brick on my head from a 3rd-story window. Little psycho. Almost killed me. All right. Oh, there's a question. What initiated the road rage. Yeah, I'll release the accident footage most likely eventually after all the legal stuff is sorted out. But if you're not familiar with Houston, this isn't going to make much sense. But essentially, it was at I-10 and 59 junction on the north side of downtown, going eastbound on I-10. So there's this huge mix master of lanes. It's like 7 or 8 lanes wide, and people are merging in from the far right. And there's less than a half a mile for those people to get all the way over to the far left for the North 59 exchange. So it's always a mess. So whenever I'm coming through there, I already know the plan. It's, you know, anybody that's got a brain and has been there more than a few times can figure it out. You get away from the leftmost lanes if you don't need them. So I had done that like a mile before that. And I got all the way over to the far right lane, and I'm just tootling along at 35 behind other traffic. And some guy with a box truck, you know, like a work truck that's got those big panel open cabinets and stuff on the back, he got in from the merge lane about 2 cars ahead of me in the far right lane, and he was trying to make his way over all the way to the far left, going very slow, I might add. So all the traffic is backing up, trying to slow down and get away from him. Well, I didn't have to change lanes. I just maintained. I was going 35 miles an hour or whatever it was, and this guy in the white Gladiator came along the left side of me at like 50 plus and thought that he was going to be able to thread between 2 other cars plus the guy that's stopping in front of him and cut across in the lane of traffic that I'm in that's already occupied. So anyway, I'm coming along, and he comes up and he's almost past me and starts changing over on top of me, and I've got nowhere to go because there's a retaining wall here and cars in front and back. So I toot my horn to let him know that I'm there, and that enraged him that he got stopped behind slower traffic and he couldn't cut the line and drive like a dick. Anyway, so that was what happened. That's it. He chased me down a quarter mile later and rammed me at 85 miles an hour. Okay. Sorry, trying to catch a whole bunch of comments just scrolled in here. Good fit. Okay, now I'm caught back up. The goose egg is only for the OnlyFans. That's the fetish stuff, man. That's what gains more money, right? Stick your head in the scanner and have it. Yeah, yeah, Fran. Almost like those the insole things where you stand on the pads and it maps out the pressure points of your feet. It'd be awesome if they could do the 3D scan of your head and make a custom liner that fits into the helmet. That'd be awesome. I'm sure it exists for, you know, race car drivers and stuff. Joseph, yes. Yes, it still is. The GoFundMe is still active. Thank you for donating. I do appreciate it. And I've got shout outs to give to everybody, and I was hoping to get a nice rolling motion ticker that I could display during this live stream to say thank you to everybody that's donated and all the well wishes and everything. I sincerely appreciate all the help because we're living pretty thin right now. I'm not able to do a lot of work, and things have been pretty tight for a couple of months, so it's an interesting holiday. Yeah, my sister's saying she laughed at me all night. I had a serious concussion. I should not have been released from the hospital. That's all there is to it. I was loopy. Acupuncture solves sciatica. Nice. I might have to look into that. Yeah, the guy was arrested. He spent a couple days in jail, bonded out, and then his first court appearance was November 19th or something like that, but I don't know anything beyond that. Anywho, so we can chat about other stuff. Anybody's got any specific questions, I'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, I'll start queuing up another drawing for a different kind of item. Not motorcycle related, believe it or not. Just something that I had sitting around that I thought someone else might have some fun with. Going back through the comments, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nope. Go back to this layout. Oh, I think I missed that. There it goes. Took it a second to load back up. Navi? Dave, what are you asking, Navi? Ducati? Oh, I need to sell those off. I'll probably keep the Navi around for a little while, but the Ducati, I just don't ride it. I'm probably going to get rid of it. It's fun, but again, like I said early in the stream, I'm kind of losing my taste for 100 miles an hour with my hair on fire kind of stuff. I still like getting out and twisting the wrist every now and then, but that Ducati is looking for a partner in crime. Oh, the giveaway. No. I'm not that generous. Not tonight. John from Down Under. How are you, sir? Merry Christmas. You did a Marquez, went over the bars, smashed collarbone, 4 ribs. Ouch. Yeah, that's no good. So it's social medical care down there. How does that work? I mean, if you're a trauma patient, you get right in the front of the line. But I know with a lot of the socialized medicine, you just got to wait and wait and wait until they finally get you an appointment for something. I mean, down here or up here, we just pay, and we pay through the nose. It's crazy. C. Harvey, hey, doing all right. I did sell the Riker. I sold the Riker, was it October? No, I guess it was the end of September, something like that. The day after I sold that, I got the Hunter 350. So it went to a new home, an older couple. He rode a big full dress Harley, and he was getting older and didn't really like the idea of his wife being on the back, just the extra weight to manage and all that. And she wanted a 3-wheeler, and she had been looking at Rikers, and they found my ad with all the accessories and everything, and they really wanted it. So, okay, it's yours. Joseph saying the Air Force does that for F-35 pilots. Yeah. Yeah, the Silverwing. I was hoping to be working on that project already, but money and everything has been real thin, and I'm not in a shape where I can be leaning over and wrenching and, torquing and stuff. My back won't quite tolerate that yet. Maybe another month. I'm hoping I can get back on the bikes and be doing stuff like that. Kevin sold his Riker. That's right. Dropped his Harley and wanted to feel safer. Yeah. John is saying everyone's covered by insurance. You pay for registration and public liability in the health system. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you got fixed up. But even if you had been wearing your jacket, if you went over the bars and broke ribs, the jacket's not going to help you there. Not without a big chest protector or something. Slight. Hey, thanks for the well wishes. Hope you're having a good holiday. Healthcare down under is free. If you have private insurance, you can get private room or choice of doctor. Yeah, yeah. I think that's how it works in most socialized medicine countries. Canada is the same way. Brazil is the same way. Unfortunately, in Brazil, you can't get emergency care unless you've got money. If you go in for the social medicine thing, even if you're having a heart attack, they're like, okay, we'll sit over there. We'll get to you. Yikes. Oh, Kevin, missed your comment a couple minutes ago. How many motorcycles do I own and what are they? Good question. I don't have a current list, but I could probably recite them. I'm down to 15. At one point I was up to 26, but I've thinned the herd a little bit. I've got 4 project bikes that are not on the road, so 11 roadworthy, ready to ride kind of bikes. And they're all various sizes. I've got everything from 50cc scooters to 1100cc super sport and all that. I could probably type it up. I'd have to type it just to keep it straight in my head. Glenn saying he's got a little extra stove need to give away. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, we'll play with it. See what we can do. Oh yeah, we'll get the giveaway going. What do we got? Get all the way to the bottom. I see some stuff scrolling in. Down to 15, yeah. Down to 15, that's right. Oh yeah, yeah, Fran, absolutely, man. I've been thinking about doing a meetup. I was hoping to do one here in the fall, late fall, but we all know how that worked out. Uh, it'll probably be spring-ish. Wait for the temperatures to warm up a bit, and maybe I can do it as far north as Arkansas, Missouri area, something like that. It depends on where everybody is and how far people want to ride to do the meetup. I would think that it's probably better to do some type of a destination event where we all go somewhere and hang out for a day or moto camp or do whatever. Doing in motion meetups like the Life of Birch ride the last couple times, those are okay, but you always lose people along the route, and the bigger they get, the more dangerous they are. You have riders of varying skill levels, and it becomes a liability issue. So I don't want to put anyone in peril or me be the bad guy that ends up getting somebody hurt by accident. But yeah, I do want to meet up. We need to do that sometime soon. I need to get out. Yeah, yeah, batteries charged. Man, I tell you, I can't even go start them and run them all the time. My Rebel is dead as a doornail. It's been sitting in my warehouse now for 3 months, and I went to start it 2 days ago, and it went, that's it. Click, game over. I'm gonna put them all on chargers. And yes, we should all take a trip to Australia. Who's buying the tickets? Shebay, Merry Christmas, Merry Holidays, Happy New Year to come. Kia, hey, how are you doing, Kia? How's Travis? Yeah, what bikes don't I have? Yeah, I can list off the ones that I sold recently. It would be, well, the Hunter's not sold, it's dead. The Riker went away, the Yamaha FC6R went away, my R1 went away like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I sold my little Honda 150 dirt bike, CRF 150L. A few others have gone away. Joseph, thanks for tuning in. Oh, I need to put the GoFundMe link back up there. It's the same one. I'll try to throw it up here in a link or something. Yep, GoFundMe. Yeah, Kevin put it up there. Yep. So yeah, we're running 7:48. I'll show the next little toy here. The next giveaway. Sorry, got an itchy nose. I'm not picking my nose, I promise. This ended up as an extra purchase that I didn't realize that I bought, and I didn't return it inside of the return window. Let me switch over to full screen here. So if anybody's into retro gaming, the Anbernic RG35XX, this thing has got like 5,000 games on it, all kinds of different emulators, PS1, PS2, old Atari, you name it. Really neat little system. It's got an expandable 2 SD card setup. So the operating system and the base games are on there, and then you can add more games to it on that second SD slot. So it's a neat little toy. Brand new. I took it out of the box just long enough to play with it and realized that it was too late to send it back. So here's the next giveaway. Back in the original package. Hey. Sorry, technical difficulties. Dropped the package on the keyboard. So the next drawing will be for the little Anbernic, and let me get the system all set up here. Go to my draw window, and we're going to come up with a new hashtag. And what's the hashtag going to be tonight? There we go. Okay, I think we're ready. So next hashtag, right before I'll look at the comments, make sure to miss anybody. Missing. Yeah, I don't know about the financial stuff. We'll sort that out. I can do long rides. Long rides aren't that expensive because I don't hotel it. But my back, I'm not sure how well that's going to go for endurance. We'll see. Yes, that's a good point, Kevin. We're going to do the Texas Total Eclipse. It's coming in April, and we're fully planning on going riding out to wherever that is. It's just east of Dallas on a diagonal line all the way up through like Texoma, or not Texoma, Texarkana and Arkansas and all that. So we're going to find a cool place to go, and anybody that wants to come meet us, you're welcome to join. So I'm going to go back through all of the comments. Hey, Gus is still in here, buddy. No eggnog yet, and I was looking for some good bubbly tonight, but we're out of bubbly. Dang it. No, friend, that is not the hashtag. Not a Game Boy. Funny. Okay, let's do the draw. Anybody want a free little retro gaming system? Get ready to type it up. You're going to have 5 minutes to hit the hashtag. Type it in exactly as shown. Don't miss any letters. Doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. And there it is. Hashtag retro gaming. 5 minutes. Throw in your bids. I'm going to go back through comments that I missed. Eric Simple. Hey, buddy. Scooter Chef. And I keep calling you Scooter Chef because that was your original name on the Cannonball. Now it's Vespa Chef, right? I still like Scooter Chef better. Going through the list. Yeah, Fran. I saw him talking about that in that live stream last time. Barbecue meat. That's a great idea. And then, you know, for the fam and the inside folks, there might be a private ride or whatever, which is fine. You know, it's not great having 50 or 100 people stringing along and trying to run stop signs and traffic lights to keep up. That's not cool. It gets ugly sometimes. I've been on a few of those rides where people got whacked. Dave, if you're coming in into Houston at IAH, you let me know. I'll come meet you, buddy. Oh, I had dinner with Robbie Can a couple nights ago. He came in town on a job. He was in Houston, and he rolled through Katy and said, "Hey, I'm going to be in the Katy area. I'd like to take you to dinner." So we went out and had a nice steak dinner at Texas Roadhouse. It was awesome to see him. He really helped me out on the Cannonball. And my next couple of episodes coming up with everybody else that really donated and helped me on the Cannonball with parts and everything else. Going to get huge shout outs, man. It was great family effort there. All right, we got 36 people in vying for the game system. Got 3 minutes on the clock. If you haven't typed in hashtag retro gaming, throw it in there. And I'll tell you in advance, it ain't going to make it to you by Christmas. Probably make it to you by New Year's, though. Oh, and I got a $20 super chat. Thank you, guys. Who was it? I got to go. Whoa. Hey, Lisa. Thanks. I need to buy some bubbly. I went to go dig into my stash, and my stash has been drained. We won't name any names. Glenn, are you talking about the Eclipse? Not Northwest. The other one was northwest of San Antonio. Well, actually, it was kind of southwest of San Antonio. But the one in April is following a different track, and it's a total solar eclipse, not an annular eclipse. So it's supposed to be the last one to hit the continental United States in a very long time, like 40 or 50 years or something like that. Going to be a neat event. Southern 504, howdy, howdy. Anybody that's just tuning in, type in hashtag retro gaming to get in on this giveaway. Be giving away a little game system. Anbernic RG35XX, brand new in the box. Lears is in. Hey, Lears. How's it going, man? All right, going back through all the comments that I've missed. We're rolling down on the counter. Got about 1:08 on the ticker. Oh, wow. Christopher saying it tracks right over the Neil Armstrong Space Museum. That's a cool target. Slight. Life of Birch, I presume you're saying? Yeah. I missed the last one because that was going to conflict with my Cannonball schedule, so couldn't make it up there. Or no, it wasn't the Cannonball. It was another ride that I was doing. I don't remember. I couldn't make it. KTM, hey, thanks for the feedback on the Cannonball series. It's a huge editing undertaking, let me tell you. Man, it's a pit of despair when I start looking at all that video that I've got to crunch down. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. If you haven't typed in hashtag retro gaming, get it in there. All right. Get over here to the draw window, and 43 people, draw. David Preston. Eric almost got it. It sat there on his name for a moment. David, you are the winner of a brand new little retro gaming system. The Anbernic RG35XX. Brand new. I hope you enjoy it. It's neat. I turned it on. I started playing a couple of the games on there. I never really vested any time into figuring out all the menus and everything, but it's got a bunch of different emulators built in, and you can tune every emulator for different input types and whatever you want. It's pretty cool. So shoot me an email at QuasiMotard@gmail.com and tell me where to send it. And make sure to reference your YouTube username or whatever your winning name was. That way I know who you are, how to match it up, all that. And I'll get it out to you. It's probably going to be, a week or something like that. Depends on holiday shipping. Okay. Back. Yeah, so the Cannonball series is crazy. I have, what is it? Just shy of 10 terabytes of data. It's 9.6 terabytes of data, and most of it is in fully compressed format. And in order to edit it, I have to expand out the 360 files in particular. I've got to transcode those out into files that are 20 times that size. So working with a little subset of those 360 files, it'll be 3.6 gig for one file. When I transcode it out to something that I can work on, it's 58 gig. 3.6 to 58. Yikes. So I'm running out of space, and I'm playing the little mosaic game, moving the squares around, because I've got roughly, I've got 12.5 terabytes of space on my editing machine, but it's not enough for all that in one timeline, so I got to work it out in chunks. So every episode is taking me about a week and a half of solid work, not just off and on. I'm talking like 8 hours a day. At some point, I've got to realize I'm not making money. All right, Eric, you're going back to Scooter Chef. Hell yeah, man. Because then you can ride something besides just a Vespa, right? You're not being untrue to the name. All right, so let's see. What did we miss? One, contribute through the super chat. Oh, that's a good question, Terry. If you go to my YouTube page and hit the About, there are other donation links. If you want to do a super chat, generally, I don't know if I can pull up a window and share that. It'll probably screw up the stream. I won't do that. Usually right next to the chat window, there's a little $ icon or something like that, and you just hit, you know, you hit that and it asks if you want a super sticker or donation or whatever. So, yep, there it is. $ on the bottom of the chat, yeah. Okay. Great American Eclipse, yeah. That's the one that I had been following. They've got a bunch of great links for the Eclipse path that's going to show exactly where it is, when it is. Need rum and eggnog. Hell yeah, buddy. I was actually looking for my giant monster 2-liter bottles of sangria. I bought a case of them. They're gone. I didn't drink them all. I promise. Scout's honor. Joe, IT guy. Twin boys are doing IT in high school. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's no shortage of it. The game is shifting a little bit now with AI entering the chat. I would say if they're going to specialize out in anything once they get their basics down, security, cloud services, and AI. Those are going to be the hot focus. Cloud services and security are already there, and they'll never cease to be the moneymakers in the industry. Programming is kind of going by the wayside. Development, stuff like that is always going to be needed, but the more AI develops, the more it's going to be doing that coding. Oh, Douglas, it's the Anbernic, A-N-B-E-R-N-I-C, Anbernic, if that'll focus. And it's the RG35XX. You can get them on Amazon. Okay, trying to catch up. I'm not. Oh, hey, thank you so much for the 20 spot. Thank you so much. That'll buy me another bottle of sangria or two. Yes, you got that right. Security people with experience. I'm a CISSP. I've been doing this for 40 years almost. Not quite that old. 38 years, let's say. And finding people that have got wide enough. Trying to figure out the right way to say it without being a dick. Usually you can go wide or deep in IT. You can go wide, surface level on a lot of different topics, or you can go deep in a couple of topics. I've been doing it long enough that I've been able to go deep in multiple topics, for years at a time. So I've got a fairly wide experience, and what I've seen in the cybersecurity stuff coming up in the last 6-8 years. Hey, I got a zombie on the screen. They're book smart, and they know one thing. They know one very small discipline, but they're doing security audits, and they don't really know what they're doing. They know that they're one-trick ponies, and that doesn't play well in large enterprise networks where you've got to have a much deeper breadth of experience. So, oh my God, the donations are coming in. Eric, you don't need to do that. And I didn't hear back from you on your the last post. I need to pull up another window because I want to see if you say that it was okay to mention what you did. This is a crazy man. He's an amazing man. An amazing crazy man. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube page. And I hope I'm not killing the stream by doing this. I'm gonna go back to my channel. Pardon the disruption here. Comments. I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody that has offered me well wishes, everything from condolences to get well to donations, monetary stuff. But Eric is a crazy standout star. This man donated a huge amount of money to me privately through the Buy Me a Coffee. So it didn't go through the GoFundMe page or anything like that. So no additional fees were taken or percentages or whatever. And it was unsolicited and it showed up. And I literally almost came to tears when I saw that hit the email. I couldn't believe it. So thank you so much, Eric. You literally helped pay rent that month because I haven't been working since pretty much middle of October when the accident happened. So credit cards have been strained. I've been doing some work remote lately, but those donations went to a very good cause, keeping the lights turned on and the water running and the food in the pans and plates. Thank you, sir. So yes, go Eric. Hell yeah. So Glenn is saying he's going to do the Cannonball in 25. There were a lot of people that did it on trails. I would have to look at the stats for this last year, or for, June, whatever it was. Um, I want to say there were 4 or 5 trail 125s, and I believe they all finished. I believe they all made it through. It was slow and painful, I'm sure, at points, because I'll tell you, that's not a fast bike. Preston's in the house. Hey, buddy. Eric's saying yes. Christopher Trout for 50. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. The Trail 125 can definitely do it. And for what we rode on this last time through, really, I think they probably did quite well, especially on the dirt sections. In retrospect, if I had had the Trail 125 back in 21, it would have been great on all that crazy gravel that we rode, because we did like easily 250 miles of gravel in 21. So Terry with 25 bucks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Vetka checks all the QuasiMotards. TT, they look so much better. I'm not sure if I follow. It's a world bike community. Hell yeah, man. Anybody that rides knows don't leave a friend or fellow biker down, man. Kevin just has a friend that moved to Washington and started near. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and Kevin saying that he wants to run a support vehicle. So we don't know if we're going to put together like a tool and parts truck or van. We'll figure out. But we might have a couple people that are wanting to do the driving support role. And I don't know if I'm actually going to do competitive or if I'm going to turn myself into a videographer for the 23 or 25. Sorry. So we'll find out. Adrian was also saying that he's up for doing 25, but he doesn't want to ride. So he wants to do the support truck or support vehicle. So might be fun. Cool. Riding around with new tires. Yeah, I put those IRCs on mine, and it definitely handles better than those street-oriented tires that were originally there. Did we catch the stream? Yeah, I went. I haven't made the video for that, and it's kind of old hat now. Everybody else has done videos, so I went down there with Adrian. I rode shotgun in his car, and we went down for the launch, and I got really good video of it. I could probably show you on my phone, but yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Let's see if I can add that to the stream. I don't know if that's possible. We'll figure it out. I'll keep looking at comments while I figure it out. Merry Christmas, Preston. Having brisket tomorrow and ribeye. We're doing brisket too. My wife has just seasoned up a big, I don't know what it is, 16-pound brisket or something, and we are going to smoke it tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'm going to heat up the pit barrel smoker and hang that puppy in there and let her slow smoke. And that's going to be our dinner and Christmas Day lunch. Okay, I'm looking for the video. I don't know if I could add that directly into StreamYard or not. I could show you some pictures of my bruised butt. Here's the video. Man, that would be great if I could add it to the stream. We had a pretty much front row seat. Trying to get the angles of the camera on here. Oh, wait a minute. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. I'd love to add it to the stream. But that was with this phone. I zoomed it up to 10 power, and I was holding it. I didn't even have a tripod or anything. I'm just holding it. And I tracked that thing all the way until it disappeared. I got through hot staging and the big puff of flame and everything that went from that. I'm trying to get the stupid orientation. There we go. But I shut the camera down literally 10 seconds too early because that's when the stage exploded, and it made this massive light blue and purple and pink colored starfish in the sky when it exploded. It was so cool looking. Everybody else got videos of it. But I tracked that thing all the way until it pretty much disappeared. It was just a little white spot. I'll throw the video up on my QuasiRaw channel for you guys. I'll do that tonight, actually. It won't take long to encode this video. It's only 3.5, 4 minutes, something like that. I'll throw some still pictures in there and some stuff that we saw of the launch pad before it took off. Right about here, it goes through hot staging. Waiting for the hot staging, and then I'm going to pull the phone away. I can't see the questions. Oh yeah, Fran, I see your comment over there. That was some kind of loud, let me tell you. I mean, loud. If I could figure out how to add this to the stream, I would do it. It would be pretty cool. Right about here is where it separates, and I think it's all done. So I turn off the camera, and then, I mean, like 10 seconds later, it explodes. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. There it is. Okay, so there was the hot staging. Trying to get the camera straight. So that second stage, the bottom puff there, that's the booster. And it went into self-destruct just a few seconds later and exploded. It was pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah. Anticlimactic on a camera through a camera, huh? All right, where are we going? Rez, hey, from Japan. Sorry to keep you waiting, buddy. Grumpy Riker Rider, howdy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Dropping by for a bit, out for brunch. So Rez is in Japan, so he's on the opposite side of the world. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. So trying to catch up here. Just realized that giving through Super Chat, better option because the GoFundMe. Actually, Super Chat also takes, YouTube takes like 30%. So anything is appreciated. But if you donate direct through the links that I have in my YouTube About page, which is there's Venmo, the PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee. Those are all direct, and they don't charge anything. So okay, KTM. Yeah, it was pretty epic. It was loud. I mean, loud. You could feel the percussion in your chest. It was clipping out the camera microphones and everything. It was pretty impressive. I'd seen launches in the past, and I was down there for the previous Starship launch. It wasn't nearly as loud as this one because the sky was clearer. It was, there was less stuff in the way, and they had all the engines running that time. And boy, howdy, was it loud. John, it's going to be 50 down under. Nice. You're opposite season from us, right? You're warming up down there. Yeah, Venmo or Zelle. Yeah, yeah, there you go. I don't think I've got Zelle advertised for my QuasiMotard. Bill, hey Bill, on Facebook. I'm doing well. I'm doing better. Still have a lot of shoulder problems. I got torn ligaments in my rotator cuffs on both shoulders that are healing slowly, and my lower back is still pretty tweaked. Neck is doing a little better, but I had 3 slip discs in my lower back and 2 in my neck from the accident, and they're getting better. Still not ready to ride yet. Oh my God, 50 mil each time they abort a launch. Yeah, because all the fueling and everything. Crazy. Preston, want to ride to Tennessee next week? Looks like rain on Christmas Day. Yeah. Okay, so you got the old CX500 going. Cool. Was it just carburetor tuning, or what'd you have to do to it? Dr. Hayden, hey buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Eric saying, thanks for the videos. Hope you get through your accident recovery. Yeah, so Eric, refresh my memory. What happened? I remember you sent some messages on YouTube, but I can't remember what the injury or the accident was. And I've got a bunch more of the Cannonball stuff coming up, so I'm working through day 3 right now. Terry, I appreciate that. Yeah, anything that you donate is appreciated. However it goes. YouTube takes their 30% and 35% cut, whatever it is. The other ones, like buy me a coffee, it's a minimal fee, like 25-cent transaction fee or something like that. And a few of the others are a lot cheaper. You know, GoFundMe isn't that bad. I mean, it's like 1% or something like that, or 2%. It's pretty thin, so it's not a huge percentage. Demo 2 for crew drag. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I'll throw this video up on my Quasi Raw channel. So if you guys haven't seen the Quasi Raw channel, go check that one out. I've gotten just over 1,000 subscribers on there, I think, last week. So that's a big milestone for a channel that's just unknown. No worries, Terry. I do appreciate it, man. Everything's great. T-boned and rolled 5 times into a ditch. Damn. And was that a motorcycle accident or car accident? Man, that is no good. I'm thankful that I didn't get hit more square from behind by that guy in the Jeep. When he hit me, it was an intentional side swipe rear impact, but he didn't just center punch me from behind. If he had, I'm sure I would have died. It would have been game over, because I would have been launched vertically and then come back down. And other cars, you know, on the highways out there on I-10, that was my real concern. Once I realized I was on the ground, I was trying to immediately flatten out and stop my rolling and ragdolling, because I didn't want to break my arms and legs. But more importantly, I was looking and trying to get my head up as quickly as possible to see if there were other cars about to run me over. So, not good. Okay. Caught a cargo launch, 39. Nice. Cloud sucked. Yeah, man, for the first Starship launch, we had perfect clear sky. It was beautiful. It was amazing. And then the launch delay, you know, 3 days later or whatever it was full overcast. It sucked, man. It was so anticlimactic. I was like, man, why couldn't it have gone off on schedule? Car. Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter. It sucks. So I presume you probably had broken legs, hips, something like that. Usually getting hit from the side, you end up with a lot of trauma on the side. I got T-boned when I was in my early 20s in a very rare car that I still miss to this day, a 1992 Mitsubishi Galant VR4 rally car. And some guy blew a left turn yield head on into me at 50 miles an hour, or 55 actually. And I saw him coming just out of my peripheral vision at the last second as I'm going through the intersection, and I I yanked the wheel to the right, and if I hadn't, it would have been a head-on impact. And as my car rotated, he hit the B pillar and bent the car into a horseshoe. And I always wear my seat belts, but that car had weird seat belts. It was those early 90s auto retracting belt, you know, when you close the door, it goes and locks behind you. Well, the lap belt was separate, and I didn't have my lap belt on that day. And it's lucky that I didn't, otherwise my hips would have been crushed. I probably would have been killed just from, you know, crush trauma to my left side. But the impact pushed me up, and I was sitting with my left butt cheek on the center console and my right cheek in the passenger seat when it was all said and done. And the door was right here against me. So the car got squished literally in half in the center. It was nuts. Lucky I made it out of that one. Okay, trying to catch up. Preston had to tune the carbs. Stator's out, common failure. Yes. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, I've done that. Water pump is about as much fun on that bike too. Otherwise, they're great engines. Turn signals are intermittent. Nice. Yeah, you're probably going to have to go through your ground connections because those are known to corrode away. And those stupid little star connections that they've got that go onto the frame, a lot of those little leads will start, you know, fraying at the brass connector. So, yeah. Yeah, the cars would have run me over. You got that right, Kevin. I'm just glad that that lady in the brand new Yukon or Suburban or whatever it was, she was right behind. She saw it all, and she stopped and was blocking traffic and everything. And she didn't leave until the police got there so she could give a statement. She was a hero that day. DR, how long of a drive is it? It's about 6 hours from here, maybe 7. I can't remember. I'll have to look. I could pull it up in another browser here. Timeline. Need to look at the date. What was the date for the last Starship launch? That way I can pull it up in my history. I want to say it's about a 6.5 hour drive down there and back. When we did it on the scooters the first time, it was an all-day event because we're taking the back roads and not, you know, on fast highways and everything like that. So I want to say that was early November, was it not? Nope, must have been October. No, it was November. As I see, it was all the way down there in Port Isabel. It was November 18th, Saturday. Yep, that was it. It was... I left my house at 12:34 a.m. and we arrived in Port Isabel at 7:13. So it's just shy of a 7-hour drive. Okay. Did the other people to stop? Yeah, Patrick. There were 2 people that stopped. Everybody else just kept going. But what I could ascertain as I was rolling over the final couple times and getting up off the pavement, trying to get out of traffic quickly, it looked like a couple of other motorists were slowing in front of the Jeep driver and kind of pushing him to the side and corralling him to the shoulder. I don't know if he was stopping of his own accord or if other people were kind of forcing him onto the shoulder. But as far as at the accident scene where I landed or where I finished, 2 people helped, so that was nice. Yeah, well, they did offer settlements on the property damage. That was it. So I got paid for the pilot, not enough, obviously, back in February, and then the motorcycle was paid in this recent one. But I haven't gotten anything as far as medical or loss of work or pain and suffering or anything else. That's going to go through the attorneys. Southern 504, if I haven't missed you already, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, go watch the latest Cannonball. The Cannonball Day 2 video is like an hour and 39 minutes or something like that. And then I broke out the long ride sections into separate videos and linked those in the main video. So have fun. ASMR kind of stuff. Just let it play in the background. Did you see the guy that got hit by a stolen car? No, I didn't see that one. Hit by the pickup that was T-boned in a stolen car. No, that sucks. No, that sucks. Son still ride? Yeah, he still rides. But I try to force the gear thing on him, tell him wear your gear, man. If it wasn't for this gear, I wouldn't have a face or a butt or a shoulder or a back. 4/20/23. Cool. I'll take a look. Oh, the second. Yeah, you're talking the second one. Yeah, that was November 18th. Yes, yeah. I'm glad people were paying attention. Dino is in. Hey, Dino. Thanks, Dino. Appreciate it. Dino is another one that helped me out big time in the Cannonball. Thank you, sir. Cool. I'll take a look at that video. Man, there's been some nasty road rage incidents and crazy stuff going on around Houston lately. People getting shot and killed over nothing. There was a 17-year-old girl, high school girl, or just graduated out of high school or something like that, with some friends, and they were driving through Houston from a little town, an hour or two away from here. They were going down to Galveston to spend the weekend, and they hit the brakes and swerved to avoid an accident or something like that. And somebody else that was behind them got mad about that and came around and just drilled them. Killed the girl that was driving and injured the other people that were in the car. Just insane. Insane. Anyway. Any other questions? I think I'll probably turn this one in early tonight. We'll probably kill it at about an hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 if there's not a new topic or something interesting to discuss that I can't think of right now. Let everybody get back to their families and the upcoming holiday festivities. I wish I had some video queued up on this computer that I could show you guys. I was trying to get it all set up pre-stream, but I was having other technical difficulties and I just didn't have time to copy the stuff over to this machine. I was going to show some of the accident video that has been shared with the Houston District Attorney, but not the full everything video. Oh man, Dino, that's a great question. I don't know. I mean, as far as a classic, it would have to be A Christmas Story. You could put your eye out, kid. Fragile, it's Italian. But beyond that, I would say it would be, was it The Christmas Vacation with Randy, what's his head? Randy Quaid, and dumping the the RV sewage into the public sewer. That one was good. And the exploding tree killed the cat. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Nathan, I am planning on replacing the Hunter. I think I'll get another identical Hunter, probably somewhere in March timeframe, if my money situation improves. Sell off my bikes, trade something, I don't know. But I would like to get another Hunter. I'm considering potentially changing gears for the new Triumph, Speed 400 or whatever they're calling it, or maybe the 400X, the off-roadish one. But I'll have to look at that in comparison to the Hunter because I just like the simplicity of the Hunter. Brian, take care. Good night. Trying to catch up on the last few comments that came rolling in. Oh, thanks, Glenn. No, I don't want to borrow your bike. I'm still trying to get back to riding, and I need to get mine on the road. If I borrow somebody else's, I'll never get mine fixed. Kia, thanks for tuning in. Tell Travis I said howdy. Better watch out. Yeah, exactly. All right. Shitter's full. You got it. Christmas Vacation was the greatest. When he's standing there just watching him dumping it down the sewer. Oh, awful. Awful. Christmas Vacation, you got it. Die Hard, yeah, Die Hard is a good one, man. I don't know. I just watched that the other day, too. Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2. They started getting a little tedious after 3, 4, 5, but yeah. Good ones. Good ones. Cousin Eddie display. Nice. Nice. Oh, it was just torn down. That's a shame. Oh, that's fun. That's too bad. Warner Ranch. Nice. Rebel Canuck. Hey, Rebel. Thanks. Merry Christmas to you all. I'll probably shut her down now, and I'll be over on Discord. So any of you that have jumped into Discord, it's free. You can find the join link in my YouTube About page, and I get in there and chat, and we can actually do a back and forth voice instead of me just monologuing to a camera. There's a two-way voice in there, and I can share screen, and might even queue up that private accident video or something in there and let you guys screen share that. So anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks again for all the support, all the donations. I really, really sincerely appreciate it. And it's helping us get through a tough time. So enjoy, everybody. Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Be safe. Stay off the roads. Don't go out there and play cage or cannonball and get hurt. We've had enough of that for 1 year, right? Catch y'all later.